So this hot and spicy IDGT concept, I like it. I love it. You know what I mean? Like most companies like Chevrolet, they're literally getting rid of their Bolt EVs and the Bolt EUVs. Not a lot of people have the kind of money to afford these 40, 50 or 60,000 EVs. I think the medium, like if you want to try out an EV, you need something smaller with a decent amount of range. Thank goodness Nissan is still making their Nissan Leafs. They may not be extremely popular, but it's small enough and it's not that expensive comparing to all the more expensive offering like the Ioniq 5s, like the Kia EV6s, you know what I mean? Like those bigger, like the Model Ys of the world, that's costing you a lot of money. I felt like the smaller EVs is a nice way to get consumers to try out the product. Like this one looks like a beast. I'm not gonna lie. I hope this thing does come into production, but I'm not gonna hold my breath. I might die. And another thing too, Volkswagen Group is also making an ID2 that's gonna be a sub, $30,000 EV. It's supposed to be smaller comparing to their ID4, which it's nice. I actually drove that. It was extremely nice to drive. But the only thing that I can say negative about it is just when it comes to charging, it doesn't charge as fast. But overall, I'm really, really impressed with the design of this concept. Hopefully it comes into fruition. We will yet to see. It's a 2026, a preview concept. And of course, when it comes to hatchback, I am a sucker for hatchbacks. In this one, if it's priced right, I don't know. I don't know. The ArcSpid skirts, rear window surround, lower rear bumper sections all are also picked out in black, which I like. The black and the red contrast, I think it's just, mwah, yes, please. And then also another thing too, like I'm super disappointed with Chevy getting rid of the the Bolt EVs and the Bolt EUVs. That is a missed opportunity in my book. I think more people are more likely to purchase those comparing to these bigger crossovers or whatever that cost a lot more money. I think somebody that wants to try EVs, putting them at a reasonable price and still getting them decent range, that's really, really good. And that's one thing that they had, beside all the problems with the fires and all those other issues that they've had. But I think that they had a winner in their hands. They can definitely move more Bolt EVs than Bolt EUVs. Move more Bolt EVs and EUVs. God, these namings, I hate it. It's so close together. But it is what it is. But anyway, back to the GTI. I absolutely love it. Look at that interior. Everything going digital. But I can't wait to see, more companies, because the more companies that are investing in these EVs, the better it is for us, the consumer. We get better product and a cheaper price down the road. So this is roughly the let me see. This is just their concept one, but the ID2, that's going to be a winner, especially if it's priced correctly, and it will undercut the Model Y. I'm sorry, not the Model Y, but undercut the Model 3, which in my book, that's pretty damn good. If they can give it a decent range and the price is good, I think they have a winner here. But anyway, let's read some more information here. The new GTI is based on ID2. All concept revealed earlier this year. While the VW isn't talking power figure just yet, we do know that there's a single electric motor up front, driving the front wheels through LSD, just on the current ICE GTI. This time around, though, the I stands for intelligence, and you don't need to expand much brain power to know the hot hatch should serve up more than 228 horsepower, promised by the original ID2, which VW said could reach 62 miles per hour in under 7 seconds. But overall, I gotta say, the more we just need more companies making these smaller EVs. We shouldn't be going big, because the bigger the EVs are, the longer it's going to take to charge. And right now, the infrastructure is just not there. I've talked about this in multiple videos about the infrastructure not being there when it comes to recharging these. When you go charge it, you're going to have to wait in line for your turn. It just depends on what time you go during the daytime, especially when you go like around, I don't know, 3, 4 o'clock. You're going to be waiting quite a bit for your chance to charge your vehicle, depending on where you go, because the fast charging only offer about, there's 5 to 6 stalls. And if you're lucky and you go to an area that's a little bit bigger, then it might give you 8 stalls. All right. So the fact is, hopefully that Tesla opens up their their supercharging network. Hopefully, brings it to the United States to where we can utilize it. I know in the European market you can do that, but I haven't seen any non-Tesla vehicles charging at those stations yet. So anyway, that's all I got to say. I'm pretty impressed with this GTI concept vehicle, and I really hope that it does come to fruition. All right. As always, make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.